since June 9th, 2010, when many of you know that at 5:40 p.m., David Lewis was shot at the Hillsdale Mall as he got out of his vehicle. Over 25 San Mateo Police Department officers and detectives, along with the San Mateo County Gang Task Force, responded to that scene. Mr. Lewis was immediately transported to Stanford Hospital, where unfortunately and tragically he was taken from us early in his life. Within the first day of the incident, San Mateo Police Department detectives established a text message tip line along with a telephone and email hotline specifically for this investigation. I have to say that we were especially pleased that family, friends, community members, and the entire East Palo Alto community that I have come to know is so closely connected together and so dedicated to helping those who, unfortunately, for whatever reason, have challenges that they're trying to overcome. Those at Free at Last and others that David strove for so long, immediately went into action, making sure that the word got out, that leaflets and flyers, not only within the East Palo Alto and the Peninsula community, but across the Bay Area, went out pleading for information and assistance on this case. So at this point, I want to tell you what has led to the arrest in this case. Many leads have been developed over these past 6 months. Some I have shared with the community, some with the family, always keeping in touch with David Lewis's mother and several community liaisons. I will have to say that we are very disappointed time and again that none of these leads have panned out until this weekend. Upon the development of several leads, our Detective Bureau worked around the clock to produce enough evidence through this weekend that we have identified the killer of beloved community member, Mr. David Lewis. The San Mateo police detectives made an arrest in this case early Sunday morning, where Mr. Elarms was taken into custody here at the San Mateo Police Department in the early morning hours and booked into protective custody. Mr. Greg Elarms, a 58-year-old resident of Pittsburgh, had many ties to the East Palo Alto community, and in fact was known and had a lot of connections with both the community and Mr. David Lewis. He has an extensive criminal history dating back to 1969, however, had had no recent arrests. Through our investigation, we had made contact with Mr. Elarms, who said that he, in fact, did have information relevant to the case. It is noteworthy and especially appreciated by this chief that detectives poured in from off-duty, patrol came in, and we were able to follow down leads throughout the weekend that conclusively identified for us that we believe that Greg Elarms, acting alone with a motive that is still unclear, gunned down Mr. David Lewis in the parking lot of the Hillsdale Mall on that June evening after first encountering Mr. Lewis at his workplace, San Mateo County Medical Center, and following him to the Hillsdale Mall. This tragic event has undoubtedly had a tremendous impact on both communities, the communities that have grown close as we have pursued the killer that ended tragically early, the life of someone who was clearly, through our investigation, it was very clear that here was an individual himself who overcame tremendous obstacles to dedicate himself to this community and touched countless individuals. A friend, a father, a brother, loved by many, one which will never be brought back. But it is my hope, and we did communicate that to David Lewis's mother, who is not with us today, that while we cannot bring David Lewis back, and we realize how little solace this ultimately brings, we hope this is the Christmas present that this community and the family have all been hoping for, that we have brought his killer to justice, someone who shot an unarmed, defenseless man, a friend and champion of so many, in cold blood at the Hillsdale Mall.
This certainly is a tremendous Christmas gift to the community of East Palo Alto and to everyone who know and loved David Lewis. I'm just almost speechless. I'm so thrilled that that today justice has been served, and I know that not only I speak on behalf of not only the community, but I know if Mrs. Lewis was here, she would be expressing her sincere gratitude to the overwhelming vigilance and dedication of all of the investigators and everyone who actually spent so much time. But I also want to express my sincere thanks to, as well, to the community who came out and actually participated and and sharing whatever information they thought could be helpful to actually bringing this person to justice. So on behalf of the county family, the residents of East Palo Alto, to those who knew and loved him from abroad, as far as way as Kenya, I know that each and every person will want to express their sincere gratitude and express their pleasure in knowing that his mom will sleep well tonight, as well as all of us should be able to sleep a little bit better, knowing that that justice has been served. Because I know that his memory will be with us forever. In numerous meetings that I've attended since June, David is always a part of the conversation. So he is dearly missed in the work that he actually gave to our community, and his commitment is irreplaceable. So I just am just thrilled to know that justice is served today. And thank you, Chief Manheimer.